So I was thinking of ideas for my first video on this channel, and I didn't want it to be just a generic impact review or preview or anything about any other topic. So I decided, why not do a 20 reasons TNA is popping and WWE is flopping and dropping video? Because we all love these and we all love to shit on WWE for everything. So why not do that? And I don't even need to make this video because Raw happened last night, and that's the proof. And we all know that the proof's always in the pudding, but that's not always the case because the truth is also in the pudding, and that's why you should go subscribe to the General, the TNA General, our King, Isaac Rahman. Right now, you should go. But you should also subscribe to me because I'm not a bad TNA soldier. I'm not a good TNA soldier. I'm just the TNA soldier. So yeah, that's it. 20 reasons why TNA is popping. So we start off with number one, arguably the most important reason. It's unpredictable. When you tune into Impact every week, you have no idea what's gonna happen unless it's actually been announced. When you watch Raw, they never announce anything, so it's nothing to be excited for. But you still know what's gonna happen. You're gonna have, well, aside from last night's show, you're gonna have Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose or the authority figure come out, go to all about nothing, which I'll get to later. That's gonna set up a match for later on in the night, which segues me into my second reason: the matches have no stakes. Why should I care about this match that they're setting up? Why should I care about who wins if the winner doesn't get anything from the match? Number three, there are always hooks from week A to week B. That's something that WWE doesn't have because they never announce any in advance, and if they do, it's not an important. It's just a US title match that you've seen 50 times before. I mean, look, this week for Impact, we know we're getting Ultimate X, and if that's not enough of a reason to tune in, then you've got the final deletion of Brother Nero. Number four, there are 2 hour shows. That makes it more appealing to watch. Why would I want to sit there every week and watch 3 hours? Each match is about, each match is about 20 minutes. And the matches have no stakes. Most of the time, there's no story for the matches, so why should I care about anything that happens on that show, let alone sit there watching it for 3 hours? Impact is 2 hours. Everything they do is meaningful, but that's another story. Number five, promos are used to establish wrestlers. Just like a few weeks ago, Braxton Sutter debuted after his match. He cut a little promo telling us what Braxton Sutter's all about, and that got us more invested in his. Number six, promos are used to establish stories. Just look this week on Impact, you had the Fact of Life with Eli Drake and James Storm, and that got me excited for a match between them two. You know, they had a great back and forth on the mic. If this was WWE, they just have a meaningless match between the two, and then just have 50 more matches and call that a feud. Here we have actual stories, um, and that's thanks to promos like what we saw on Impact this week. Number seven, promos are used to advance stories. You see where I'm getting at here? TNA uses the promos normally to just recite what the story is, because we should know that. But TNA uses it to do all of these other things, and that opens up so many more avenues for them. Number eight, matches on Impact seldom go past the 10-minute mark, as I was referring to before. WWE's matches on Raw are like 20 minutes long sometimes. Almost always 10 minutes. And like, it's boring. I don't care about these matches because more often than not, there's no story. so there's no one to get behind in the match. TNA most of the time they have these meaningful matches, like what we saw this week. We had what did we have in the main event? It was the triple threat, wasn't it? So we had that. That went about 10 minutes, and that was a world title match. It was better than almost everything that WWE's done all year. And it was 10 minutes. Matches don't have to go that long. Um, and and the matches being shorter makes them more appealing because I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes and watch these two guys who have absolutely no heat between them fight like that. Why should I care? Number nine, drawn out. So yeah, I mean I know we have the Brother Nero and Jacob Matt story that's been on for a while, but there's a reason for this to go on. Broken Matt, he can't beat Brother Nero, and he's just obsessed with getting the win. WWE has most of their feuds going on for like 3 months, and they just end in the same way. One guy wins the first match, the other guy wins the next, and they settle her at the next pay per view, and it's over. Like I don't care about that because it's predictable. TNA knows how much fuel their feuds have, and more often than not, the guys only have one match, and that brings an aura to the matches when they do happen. Number 10, the stories are not rushed. Um, Now, these 2 points juxtapose greatly, but what I'm trying to say is the TNA does the slow build very often before actually having it implode into a full-on feud. Just look what we've got now with EC3 and Galloway. They've been building that for a few weeks. They've been building the tensions, but they haven't explicitly expressed a feud between the two. But it looks like that's what we're going to be getting now, because they've taken them away from the world title picture after losing to Lashley. Um, Very often we get slow builds, and that just makes the matches more meaningful, um, and they make you care about the matches more when they actually happen because you've been looking forward to it for a while. Number 11, the characters evolve. Look, we've got Brother Nero, and sorry, we've got Broken Matt. What more do I need to say about that point? Number 12, matches and segments are announced ahead of time. I was alluding to this before in when I was explaining one of the other points, but they announced 2 to 5 things ahead of the show every week, and it makes you want to watch because there's a lot of great stuff heading into this week's Impact. We knew we were gonna get Mike Bennett opening the show, addressing the X Division title. We knew that we were gonna get a 3-way for the world title. What more do you need? The week before we had 6 sides of steel. Um, where else did we have? I can't remember off the top of my head. But like I mentioned, heading into this week's show, we've got Ultimate X. We've got a mixed tag match between Decay and the Bromance and Raquel. There's a lot of stuff to get you excited heading into the show, and you want to watch it. I have no desire to watch Raw on a weekly basis because I don't know anything good that's happening. Um, 13, it's over the top and dramatic. I mean, this annoys me because most of the people who were complaining about how dramatic and unrealistic the Brother Nero and Broken Matt segment at the house just a few weeks ago before Slammiversary, the people who were complaining about that are the same people who love Lucha Underground. TNA, they do over dramatic stuff, and this links in with my next point, number 14. It's not treated like it's real, but they manage to suspend your disbelief because how good the stuff actually is. Um, yeah, so it's over the top, and it just it's treated like a movie, and that's what it should. because it gets you invested in everything that's happening, just like a movie does. Listen, in movies you have all these great camera shots and stuff, and that makes the stuff better. So what's so bad about TNA doing it? It enhances the viewing experience. So I've just kind of covered number 14 there too. So number 15, the wrestlers look like wrestlers. You don't have these 180-pound guys flying about. Of course, you have the X division where you have some of these guys, but they remain in the X division where they belong because it's completely unrealistic for someone like say Mandrews to be going against Lashley. I mean, and that's just when the suspension of disbelief is completely taken away, and you can't believe it. I mean, every once in a while is okay as like the underdog story, but when you're doing it on a week in, week out basis, it just gets monotonous and unrealistic. So yeah, the wrestlers look like wrestlers. The big, the muscular. They look like they could beat me up. I go to WWE, look at their roster. What have we got over there? We've got AJ Styles. He's not intimidating at all. Who else? I have no idea who's even on the roster. Kevin Owens. I mean, like I like Kevin Owens. He's good and all, but he's fat. He's not intimidating. Wrestlers are supposed to be large and to be larger than life, you actually have to be large. You have to be muscular. These guys in WWE aren't. Look at TNA, the main event scene. You have EC3, Bobby Lashley, Drew Galloway, and Mike Bennett. Just look at them. I wouldn't want to mess with any of them. Number 16, the wrestlers act like wrestlers. Like, and this was lost. I mean, it's been lost for like the past 10 years. But the wrestlers in TNA, they act how wrestlers are supposed to. They act volatile. They are easily provoked. Just look at this week's Impact, for example. Um, in the opening segment, Galway happened to hit the Clyde kick on EC3 accidentally. Then we cut backstage just a few minutes later, and they're arguing, and they have to be separated by the other wrestlers who have no heat with each other. I mean, listen, you kick someone, you get kicked and you're going to be angry. You're going to confront them about it. And that's what happens in TNA. There's great, not only ring psychology, but the psychology from the segments that we get. And that's down to a lot of the writing. So I'll credit the writers there. Um, Number 17, each wrestler has distinct characteristics. Um, I'm going to use the broken Matt example once again. He has the accent, he has the bizarre hair. Um, Look at Brother Nero. He's got. Sorry, let's go. Okay. Sorry about that. Look at Brother Nero. He's got his distinct accent. He's got the look with the face paint and all that stuff. Let me think. Bobby Lashley, he's got a distinct look. He's black, and there isn't many black, big, muscular guys like him in TNA. I mean, all the wrestlers are different. When you look at um, when you look at WWE, you've just got these guys. They're happy to be there. They're not big. They're not intimidating. There's nothing to separate these people other than the fact that they have different names. Number 18, wrestlers are not pigeonholed. Everyone is given a chance to shine. You could say with the current state of the X division that perhaps they're not. But, it looks like TNA is looking to rectify that quite soon, and that's fine. Listen, TNA doesn't just put people into boxes and say that's where you're staying. Look at EC3; he managed to get over. And consequently, they built him up. They built him up. They built him up. He was undefeated. He got 2 world title reigns, and he was defeated by Mike Bennett. Um, so pigeonholing is something that happens a lot in WWE and it affects the product. Just look at guys like I don't know, Bo Dallas. Um, they've just put him as a jobber, and they're not letting him shine like he could. They're just keeping him where he is. If it was TNA, however, they give him a chance. They give him TV time, and they would see if he could excel. Number 19, it's a variety show. It appeals to a great market, not just wrestling fans, because you have these stories like the Hardys are currently having, and that would hook anybody. Everyone turns over and sees Matt Hardy with this accent, this hair, and the attitude. They're going to continue watching, regardless of whether you actually like wrestling or not. So TNA appeals to not only the wrestling fans, because but they also appeal to the casual fans. They appeal to the smarks. They appeal to the nuts. Because they don't just have great wrestlers; they have characters, and TV is all about characters. People watch TV for characters, and if they see these characters, they're going to continue to watch. And the final reason why TNA is popping, WWE is flopping and dropping. WWE sucks balls.